want to congratulate you. You had your daughter in February. This is your first baby?
Yeah, first baby, first and last. Shut it down.
Shut it down? Well, I'm told she was big when she was born, right?
Yeah, she was 9.6 pounds.
Wow.
It's fun. Everybody likes to talk about the weight of babies because they're so boring otherwise.
Yeah.
It's like their only interesting thing.
No, that's a big baby.
It's a huge baby, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor the day before she was born. He's like, this baby's getting real big and she doesn't want to come out. And then he was like, how do you feel about a cesarean? And I was like, great. And now I know a guy who's really into my scar. He just...
Yeah, Tracy, he'll be back there, yeah.
Yeah, he likes a smiley face down
He'll
there.
be hanging. Now, you brought a picture from the hospital. You said this is your daughter. You're trying
It's
to
her
serve...
first meal.
Trying to serve her first meal. Let's take a look at
the
this.
hospital. Big eater.
What happened there? Didn't really...
Well, I mean, it's hospital food. You know, it's not good.
Yeah. Is she a big eater?
She was, I think in the womb, she was just bored and she was just like pulling on the food tube because it was something to do. And now she's like, this is what whenever I breastfeed her, because I don't want you guys to call child services. And I realized that when I breastfeed her, she looks at me with like stress and anxiety, and I couldn't figure it out. And then it was like, oh, she thinks every time she goes for the boob and looks up, this face is looking down at her, just waiting. So I think she thinks that I want the boob too.
Oh!
So every time that she goes to eat, there's me just being like, hey, when do I get the boob? Like, every time.
She doesn't understand.
She's like, let me just have this boob. Let me eat alone. But I'm just like there.
Quit eyeballing me.
Yeah. Every time.
I'm eating here.
Yeah. You'll have it next.
Now, okay, you filmed, this is impressive. I don't even understand how you did this, but you filmed right up until the day before you gave birth or had the baby. You must have been very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was acting for 2. And she didn't get paid, but she had a lot of creative control over the character. Mainly that Carol would just limp everywhere. She was just like grinding into my hip.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really move. And then they got me a wheelchair, and that was pretty awesome.
So they would wheel you around in between takes?
Yeah, well, it had to be. And then for blocking, they'd be like, so Carol walks over and grabs the gun, and I'm like, maybe Carol's sitting by the gun. Like, how long is this episode?
Maybe someone hands her the gun.
Yeah, maybe Carol's
while she's lying down eating chocolates.
Yeah. And because it was right up until I went into labor, because Forte is like, I'll gamble on that. I was like, okay. They got a double.
What does Will Forte care, you know? He's just gonna, he doesn't care he just wants to get his show shot, you know?
Yeah, his baby is the show.
Yeah.
And so they got a double who looks like me. And
just in case you went into labor and they still had shots to do.
Yeah. And there was a couple days that I just couldn't do it. And you'll see in the final episode, Carol wears a sleep apnea mask and sunglasses. And sometimes it's me, and sometimes it's my double, Daniela, and sometimes I'm under the mask, and sometimes she's under the mask. And I just think it'd be a real fun game for people at home.
Well, I think we have a picture of you with Daniela.
Yeah.
And you two, there's a real similarity there.
Yeah.
You guys become friends?
No, but I would. I got a little busy, but she's great. And casting directors, you should cast her. She's wonderful. She's got my mannerisms down, which is a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.